And Mine Crypto here. I hope we're all having a wonderful day. I know I am. The sun is out again. I absolutely love it. Please remember, I'm not a financial advisor and none of this is financial advice. And none of the information provided in this video should ever be taken or seen as a signal to buy or to sell. Market looking a bit greener today. Across the board, across crypto as a whole, we see here Quant is ranked 77 with a market cap still under that $1 billion, and we see it's at $927 million, current price $76.80. Volume absolutely dire at 5.84 million, probably the lowest I've seen it in a while. Now, again, I have a long-term vision with regards to quant. Generally, these prices do not bother me because it just means an opportunity to buy more. Now, if it drops lower, yes, I will be buying even more, and I expect lots of others will. And that it seems the case when we see these prices, we see these orders come in. But if we look at the quant exchange reserve on spot exchange, we can see not much has changed. We're still at that 258,000 mark, so literally going sideways. And then if we look at the all exchanges, we can see again still sitting under that 1.6 million at 1.593 million. So yeah, just going sideways. It really is unappealing, probably boring for most people, and people are getting frustrated with lack of price action, which we are going to again talk about today. Now, I see this from Keta. He says, "Happy Saturday, everybody." Yesterday, it's been a while since y'all seen me because I've been moving. Wife and I got to Florida safely. Super stoked to be there. So I hope Keta's enjoying his time in Florida and settling down nice. It's good to see him back as well. Now on for Quant, he talks about I see $60 coming. I know that's not what you all want to hear, but I'm not going to ball any of you for any clicks. I've been saving for several months for one more very large buy. Stay patient. Now, yeah, it could go that way, but I'm just not sure because I'm seeing all the on-chain stuff. But if it does, and I think many people will be actually pleased if it does, because it means we can all stack a load more. Because if you understand the technology and you do the research, you would have the conviction. And again, that is what we're going to talk about. But before then, we look at this. Again, this wallet scooped 10,753 quant in the last 7 days, which is just over that $800,000 mark. This text was a small one, 1,167 quant. I say small, but for these particular wallets, that is small or smaller. And these have regular buys at these cheap prices. This one only holds quant and is currently no outflows. And if we see here, we can see these transactions. The largest one was over 6,000 and it's slowly dwindling. But we see these just accumulate over time. And as I've said, there's no outflows. So we speculate that this could be one of those license lockups, but who knows? We just have to wait and see. Now, I see this from Tokenizer. I love Tokenizer. I think he produces some absolutely brilliant threads, and it obviously leads me on to what I'm going to talk about today. So shout out to Tokenizer, and if you don't already follow him, really good follow. Some really deep dives into Quant and other tokens as well, because I think, he deserves the respect. So we see here, question to my fellow Quant, Casper, DAG, etc. holders. We accumulate utility tokens as we believe the future demand by banks, enterprises, governments, etc. We're bullish on the future of DLTs. We knew it'd take years. These things don't come overnight. If that was the case, why are so many concerned about price of their assets today? The common consensus amongst us is that much of what these DLTs are building for is still in development and trial phases. We're seeing this with the EU blockchain sandbox, which features even Check, MNW, and IOTA. IOTA is something that I used to talk about a lot. Again, it's one of those ones that will slowly creep up as regulations and as things start to pan out. We're seeing this with CBDCs around the world being tested by central banks using Quant, XRP, and HBAR. We're seeing this with F500 slowly deploying and collaborating to build DLT in Casper, XDC, and EWT. Most importantly, we're seeing this at an international standards level by global leaders. So much of this is still early in development, yet many are already seemingly losing hope. You're losing hope before it gets exciting. The FUD starts kicking in and you start doubting as you realize you've been waiting on what feels like forever before the goal is reached. You're losing hope right as governments and institutions are starting to heat up. This is not the time to be losing hope. These utility tokens don't really even belong in this market with memes and senseless hype. If it weren't for this case, many people would probably be content with the wait for DLT adoption. When you're surrounded by random coins going up 24/7, it begins to set a doubt in your mind once you zoom out. And remember, you're here for the big picture. Things don't seem that bad after all. Would I like prices to go to the moon tomorrow? Obviously, I would. I'm here to make money just like all of you guys. But even though I know that the pump would simply be a distraction from the long term, don't get me wrong, I trade this market and regularly do. But that's not the main goal here. The value that will flow into this market long term will absolutely dwarf what we see today. 2.35 trillion industry, 33.1 billion 24-hour volume. These are baby numbers compared to the mature markets we have in legacy finance today. The DLT industry currently valued at 99% speculation. There's no real economic value tied to the market as opposed to the equities or mortgage markets. DLT is here to merge with every financial market and multitude of other industries. $2.35 trillion in total market size and 33.1 billion in 24-hour volume won't even make up for a fraction of the future valuation of this industry. The stuff you see in DeFi or Web3 ecosystems today, purely a microscopic sample size of what's to come. We've got securitized, decentralized defense systems, government verified self-sovereign digital entities, instant financial transfer asset agnostically, automatic digital twin of global supply chain, tokenized energy emissions logged on-chain, micro businesses as on-chain applications, AI secured and serialized by immutable ledger, standards for cross industry development. This is what we're waiting for. And he's absolutely right. It just shows that you just need a bit of patience and you need to have done your research. Now, I talk about this quite a bit here. Because I produced a graph. This graph illustrates the relationship between the amount of research conducted, so measured in hours, and the level of conviction an investor has in their investment decisions. So research and conviction equals investor confidence. Now, initially, when you start to look at quant, you look at what they're doing, that initially goes absolutely bonkers. And then slowly it does dwindle, but it stays high if you've done the research. If you know what's going on in the background with all the partnerships and all the tech and everything else, that conviction should remain high. But what we get is this doubt. And when you get to that level and you're not seeing price action move, you can become impatient and not remembering some of your initial convictions. So sometimes it takes just a little bit of time to go back, find that reconviction, and start to look at some of the old things that brought you to this project in the first place. Now, I say this could distinguish between those that know and those that are yet to know. It could also correlate to those that sell out early, either through lack of research or through impatience, which I've just talked about. Next time someone says quant is shite, ask them how much research they've conducted. If they're impatient, tell them to do more research. As I said, research is king. Research empowers your conviction, which in turn should bring confidence. Again, as usual, this is not financial advice. What I'm here to do is get you to understand what you need to do if you are starting to doubt the project, as Tokenizer has already inferred within his tweet. And I'm just reinforcing that with my tweet that I put out the other day. And it makes sense because people have been sitting on certain coins for a very long time that hold utility. I have. But because I research every day and I produce these videos, I'm always looking at what the next thing is. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people watch these videos and get their daily intake, but they're also researching and doing their own research, which is vitally important to your own conviction. So very, very important. So I hope you like this video. It's just a short video just to bring a bit of morale, cajoling, getting people to maybe go away and do their own research a bit more than just away from these videos, because I think it's really important that you're spending the time, if you are investing money into any coin, that you take that time out to maybe a couple of hours a day or just half an hour a day, just read some posts, then do a little bit of research, follow it up, and therefore build that confidence within this market. That's the way I see it. It feels like we are in the doldrums in the market at the moment, but a lot of people believe this is the time to buy. And I also personally believe this is the time to show that conviction. So there you go, guys. Just a quick update. I hope you liked this update. If you did, please subscribe. Please hit that notification bell and share this video so others can benefit from these types of videos. All the best, and I'll catch you later.